Today I am playing the PlayStation 4. I'm going to check out FC26 on this platform because even though it has been around 5 years since the new generation of consoles released, EA still releases their FC game on the old gen consoles like the PS4 and Xbox One. I'll be taking a look at many things in this video, including the graphics, settings, game modes, and features to see if the PS4 version is a significant downgrade or still worth a buy. We've got a lot of FC26 content still to come. Make sure you are subscribed. We're getting closer to 300,000 subscribers, 4,511 to go. Tell your friends to subscribe and leave a like on this video. The first thing I noticed was that it took a while to load up the game, so this game definitely will take a while to load certain things. You'll need a bit more patience if you play on the old gen version. So it turns out that you do get the same menu on the PS4 version, so there's no downgrade to the menu. You'll see the players in the background, just like you would on PS5. Obviously, the quicker you move, the more choppy things will look. I'm going pretty fast now, and as you can see, it's struggling to load things a little bit, but it's still passable. The first thing I need to do is obviously download the latest squad update. Let's check the soundtrack. It seems like you get all the songs. Next up, let's take a look at some game settings. On the PS4 version, you do get the authentic gameplay, and also the competitive gameplay, and also the custom gameplay type. This is where you can change the sliders. You do get the weather effects. Authenticity features are available here as well. AI behavior is still here, which is good. So you can do dynamic or tactical like you could on PS5. So really, you're not missing out on anything here. I'm a little bit surprised because I thought things like weather effects might be PS5 exclusive, but it's not, which is good. In terms of camera angles, I think there's some differences here. First off, I don't see any EA game cam setting, so that's not available. And there's probably a few others missing, but you can use the legacy player cameras, and there's still a decent list to choose from. I'm surprised to see Beyond Broadcast here because that's a feature on the PS5 that raises the overall atmosphere of the crowd during gameplay, so it's good to see it on here as well. In terms of rules, you've got all the same features here, so really EA has given everyone the same settings and all that, besides maybe a few camera angles, which is good because that means even if you're playing on the PS4, you're not missing out on much. I'll just check to see if there's any differences in stadiums. The Allianz Arena is here, which means that the new stadiums on PS5 will also be on the PS4 version. Match conditions and settings are all there, so that's good. There's only one thing I can think of that's missing, and that's obviously the graphics mode. On PS5, you can have two graphics modes. There's enhanced visuals and also favor resolution. Enhanced visuals provides enhanced lighting, adding ray traced ambient occlusion and additional graphical features by adjusting resolution. Favor resolution provides standard lighting without additional graphical features and only adjusts resolution during cutscenes. On a PS4, you're not getting those graphics mode settings, and on a PS4, the game's probably targeting 1080p instead of 4K. I have to say though, if you're playing on a PS4, you're pretty much getting all the same game settings as you would get on a PS5. Of course, you will get all the same game modes. The PS4 version has Ultimate Team Manager and Player Career, Clubs, Kickoff, Learn to Play, Seasons, Tournaments, Co-op Seasons, and Online Friendlies. Let's take a look at the Practice Arena. So it seems to be the same on the PS4 version as well, which is good. You do have the free kick, practice match, scenarios, camera settings, difficulty settings, select sides, offsides on or off, fouls on or off. So this is exactly what you would get on a PS5 version as well. You can practice the corners as well on the PS4 version, but there's no one to kick it to. I don't know if that's meant to be like that. The practice arena loads fairly quickly for the PS4 version. It's not too laggy or slow. But yeah, you're not missing out on anything between the PS4 and PS5 version of the practice arena. There's no 3v3 Volta mode in Kickoff this year, but Rush is still available just like it is on the PS5 version. Obviously, the graphics will be downgraded when you compare the PS4 version to PS5. The game is still playable. It doesn't even look too bad. It's not really that blurry or pixelated in the Rush mode, which is good. You can play Rush the same way you can on a PS5. So once again, you're not missing out on anything here if you play on a PS4. Let's take a quick look at Manager Career, and you do get Manager Live in FC26 on the PS4 as well. I don't think EA has held back any features between the PS4 and PS5 versions of Career Mode this year. You should be able to access the same features on both consoles. You can see here that Manager Live works. It's a little bit laggy, the menus, but you just need a little patience. You can use icons and heroes in Manager Career Mode, and there's also live starting points. You can play as real manager or create a manager, and you can give your manager a birth year, birth month, and birthday, just like you can on PS5 this year. Manager customization seems to be the same across both consoles. Career Mode does have deeper simulation on the PS4 version, so you can use this feature, but keep in mind that the more leagues you add, the more it will impact the career advancement speed. The Manager Marker feature is also in the game, game, and also unexpected events is there as well. You can release players before you start your career, and you can also do player injuries and match suspensions. There's some transfer and scouting settings there, and then there's also general settings. So like I said, you're not really going to miss out on anything here. The features will be the same on PS5 and PS4. The menu is definitely laggier on the PS4 version. It's not as snappy as the PS5's, especially if you move quick across the tabs. It's definitely a choppy experience. You can add shortcuts here to the menu. I'm sure in clubs and Ultimate Team you will have the same features as well, and player career would be the same. I'm not even going to bother taking a look at player career because there's not many new features this year, and you will get the same features across the PS4 and PS5 version anyway. I guess all we have to do now is just play a match and see what the gameplay's like on the field. For today's match, we're going to do Real Madrid versus Barcelona. I'm going to use the competitive gameplay type with the weather on, and we'll do world class difficulty. FC IQ is also available on the PS4 version of the game, but the PS4 version is limited to 7 substitutes. The PS5 version I believe has 9, so that's pretty interesting. The graphics won't look too bad here, but obviously they won't be up to the same standard as a PS5 version. Player models and that might look a little bit downgraded when compared to the PS5 version, but it's still not a deal breaker. Let's see how this game performs on the field. Some people prefer the PS4 gameplay over the PS5 gameplay, because the PS4 one is more of that classic FIFA experience, while the PS5 one has the hypermotion and all that. This year I just prefer competitive gameplay. I think Authentic's just slow and sluggish for me, and I'm over that. I just want something quick and responsive. We almost conceded. That would have been embarrassing. The thing with competitive gameplay is that every player feels fast. So, obviously if you're looking for realistic gameplay, this is not going to be it. The gameplay is definitely not bad at all. I feel like if you're playing on a PS4 version, you can still have fun playing this game. Here's Bellingham. Beats one. Long shot into the back of the net. What a finish. I score better goals on the PS4 version than the PS5 version. Let me know if you still play the PS4 version of FC games. Bellingham. Chips it to Mbappe. What a save. Wow. How did he save that? So I've been practicing my corner kicks in the practice arena, even though there was no one to kick it to. Let's see if we can score here. Go straight to the keeper. Lewandowski just hits it wide. There's a few more minutes left, and yeah, this was pretty fun to play. It's pretty quick, but obviously it is competitive gameplay, so that's what it's designed for. Here we go, one last chance here. Cross it in, and I think there's a penalty there. I think it was handball. Let's see the replay. Definitely a handball there. So this is the last kick of the game. Mbappe steps up. And we score. So we played on competitive for this match, and it was very fun. You know, the graphics aren't even too bad on the PS4. The features and game modes are mostly the same. I think you could still buy the PS4 version of the game and have fun. The only thing that's a little bit of a letdown is, of course, the slower menus. But if you have patience, you can put up with it. But yeah, otherwise, you're not really missing out on anything between the two different platforms. Thank you to my channel members, Chris, Callum, Wing, Connor and Hugo. If you want your name here, check out the link in the description. Make sure you leave a like and also subscribe as well.